everyone. Welcome to Connect TV. My name is Jenna Cerulli, and today I'm joined here virtually by Heather Morel, Senior Vice President and General Manager of Access and Adherence at RxCrossroads by McKesson, and Erica Conroy, Vice President of Specialty Business at CoverMyMeds. Thanks so much for joining me today, ladies. Just to start off, I'd love if you could give us a bit of background on yourselves and your roles at RxCrossroads by McKesson and CoverMyMeds. Heather, if you'd like to go first.
Sure, I'd love to. I help lead the team that brings our solutions to life with our customers, our providers, our payers, and the fantastic team at CoverMyMeds. We together work to bring solutions that help patients gain access and affordability across all the therapeutic areas in oncology, across all the specialty segments, and help patients get the access to the necessary medications that they need to live healthier lives.
Awesome, thank you. And Erica?
Hi, thank you. My name is Erica, and I work at CoverMyMeds, leading our specialty business. And to what Heather talked about, work very closely with Heather and her team around really developing transformative solutions to help patients get access to their medications. And as we know, the specialty market continues to grow rapidly, with over, I think, close to 800 molecules on the market today. And so it's becoming more and more important that we simplify and streamline the process to help those patients get on therapy faster.
Absolutely. Thank you. Now, at Informa, we're no strangers to CoverMyMeds or RxCrossroads by McKesson, and we've seen you come together over the last few years to bolster your patient access and adherence solutions. Can you tell us more about your partnership and your focus as you continue to bring strong solutions to support patients?
Yeah, I'd love to. So Erica and I work closely. We're on the same team. We are together under our RxCrossroads and CoverMyMeds teams, working in our prescription technology solutions team. And together we have a legacy of supporting the specialty products that come to market. So we help patients with a variety of therapeutic classes. We cover over 90% of the therapeutic areas. So whether you're a small biotech product bringing your first drug to market, or you're working on a rare therapeutic category, or a company that has an extension to your existing portfolio, we have a solution to help you. When you look at the pipeline, specialty is really, as Erica was saying, is where the growth of the market is. And it's our team that are working to develop solutions and affordability opportunities for products. Within the specialty oncology market, there's really a deep appreciation for the particular needs of those patients. And that's an important area that our business has a lot of history and we bring a lot of relevance.
Absolutely. And it does sound like you see great opportunity for continued support and innovation in this oncology space. Can you speak more to that and how you see your teams addressing that, along with any other trends that you have your eye on?
Right. Well, we're really aligned well across RxTS, and we certainly are aligned across all of our McKesson businesses in oncology to really apply our relationships across our provider, payer, our patient, and our biopharma markets, where we can draw from the insights that we have within those segments and apply those insights to help innovate and apply those use those insights to develop products and innovations, and then apply those innovations into our existing solutions. But in oncology, we have not only our Ontada businesses that can help to bring real-world insights to companies, but also we have our U.S. Oncology Network. We have our U.S. Oncology Research Group that can help us learn how patients are journeying through therapy right while the research is going on. We can learn while the patients are going through research, understand their experience, and then we can help bring and design and craft solutions and then bring those support ideas and innovations right into our patient support solutions. Erica, do you want to elaborate a little bit more on how we can bring those things to life in our commercialization solutions?
Yeah, absolutely. So when we look at the solutions that we have provided so far today, we've come together to create a product called AMP. It's called Access for More Patients. And it's really around streamlining the workflow and helping patients to get on therapy faster. But one of the most important parts of that, when we think about the patient journey, is the starting point. And today, with so many specialty medications being on the market, there's sort of a different starting point, if you can believe it, for every single medication. And what was once differentiation is really now a burden to the providers and the patients. And so what we've been able to do through kind of creating a consistent workflow for our provider, today through CoverMyMeds, we have 750,000 provider users, that use CoverMyMeds every day for their prior authorization. And so when we look at a therapeutic area, an example, neurology, 97% of MPIs, if you look at that, already use CoverMyMeds, or their office staff is using CoverMyMeds for PAs. And what they're looking for then is additional services that can help that patient get access to therapy, whether it's access or affordability, adherence. And so we're able to put those services within their workflow. And what we've been able to see is that when we do that, we can make a dramatic impact in the number of patients that we're able to reach, and how quickly we can get them access to therapy. We recently launched an oncolytic and are seeing that we're on average able to get patients on therapy within 5 days. So really dramatic differences when you're meeting the provider in workflow, and you can streamline the process.
And you mentioned the patient journey. So when you think about the patient journey, what makes a solution successful in being able to effectively support that journey?
Yeah, so the way we think about that, it's a great question. The way we think about that is, today in the healthcare market, it's very complex, right? And we want the patient to be, at the end of the day, the ownership of exactly, their ability to get on their therapy and so forth. But we know it's so confusing. And so today, the closest proxy is really their doctor. And so if we can make that easier for the doctor, we can significantly make it easier on the patient. And so when we look at that network, starting, allowing providers to initiate additional services within the same workflow. And I think that is one of the most important pieces. And so manufacturers continue to want to differentiate and be different, but we're trying to help them understand is, if you really want to be patient-centric, make it easier for the provider, be more consistent. And so that's where we see as one of the most important pieces. And then beyond that, really creating meaningful connectivity that decreases time to therapy. That's where we're moving, is really to make that workflow easy for the provider, and then create connectivity around the provider and the patient to keep all the stakeholders so they all know exactly where the patient is.
Perfect. So what other opportunities have you encountered that you can elaborate on to help us with this question?
Yeah, so thanks for asking it, Jenna. When I look at some of the other programs that we've supported, we've gone beyond services, beyond prior authorization, for example. And some medications have really strong complexity when it comes to just diagnostic testing required to get access to the therapy. So we supported a very complex medication that required things like a first dose observation. It required genetic tests. It required some additional screening from a safety perspective. And we found that when you can really add visibility and connectivity to things like that, you can dramatically reduce the time those things take, especially labs where there's so many phone calls back and forth. And we were able to launch this medication and reduce time to therapy pretty rapidly by 33%. And actually be getting patients on therapy at the same rate as other medications in this similar class that didn't have all those complexities.
Absolutely. Well, Heather and Erica, thank you so much for your time today and all the dedication that you've made into providing patient access and ensuring adherence for patients.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And thanks for tuning in for Connect TV, and we'll see you next time.